Ooh, that sounds yummy.
I thought it was actual place where you do stuff.
All right, let's read. He walked slowly toward Miss Hines' house. She came out the front door, pushing Toby in his stroller. His white pacifier was stuck tightly in his mouth. Robbie could see it move in and out as the baby sucked hard on it. Robbie called to him, "Come and take a walk with us." Robbie walked across the yard and looked down at Toby. He wanted to push the stroller, but Mrs. Hines probably would say no. Why bother ask? She probably thought he was a baby too. Remember who Mrs. Hines is?
Yeah.
Or do you want to guess who Mrs. Hines is? Anthony?
The teacher?
Not the teacher. Remember, she was the one that was coming to watch him while his mom went to the store? She's kind of like a babysitter.
Yeah, you sit on a baby.
How was school? Before he could answer, she continued, "I remember how much I used to like the first day of school." Robbie walked along in silence, listening to Mrs. Hines talk. It seemed so effortless. Streams of words seemed to pour out of her mouth with no effort at all. Wah! Robbie's thoughts were interrupted. Wah! Toby wailed again. Well, what's wrong with him? Robbie looked down with concern. Is he hurt? He had never heard such a scream before. Mrs. Hines laughed. Oh no, he does that about 100 times a day. That's just a baby's way of telling you he needs something. Oh look, she bent down beside the stroller. He lost his pacifier again. I spend more time putting that pacifier back into his mouth than I do anything else these days. She picked up the pacifier. It was attached to a long ribbon. The end of the ribbon was pinned to the front of Toby's shirt. She put the pacifier back into Toby's mouth. The crying stopped. Babies can't talk like you and me, she continued. They can't say I'm hungry or I'm wet or I'm tired, but they sure can let you know when they need something. How simple it seemed, Robbie thought, looking down at Toby. Wah, that's all you had to do, and then you get what you wanted. He wished it was that simple when he grew up. Wah, new jeans would appear. Wah, people would stop calling you names. Wah, your mother would stop kissing you at the bus stop. They started walking again. Mrs. Hines continued talking, but Robbie was not listening. He was thinking about something else. He had never said, I want jeans, or don't call me names, or don't kiss me at the bus stop. He had just expected everyone to automatically know what he wanted. He thought of his steps to being cool. Writing things down was not enough. Do it, a voice inside him said. Mrs. Hines, said Robbie, I'll be right back. He ran as hard as he could back down the street. I've got to tell my mother something before she leaves for the store. Mom, wait. She was getting into the car. Wait, Mom. He paused to catch his breath. What is it, Robbie? And his mother looked concerned. Mom, I need some jeans. His mother looked up at him again. Do the other kids wear jeans at school? Yes, he said. All the other kids wear jeans. Well, she said, I guess you need some jeans too then. She smiled and sat down in the front seat. Anything else? Anything else? Robbie couldn't believe how easy this had been. Now she was asking him what else he wanted. He thought for a second, then smiled. I just want some plain white underwear. Plain white underwear, she repeated. Then she got that my baby's growing up look in her eyes, and Robbie took off before it was too late. In another second, she would be kissing him. Thanks, Mom, he said over his shoulder. He headed back to Mrs. Hines and Toby. The sun was bright now, and he wanted to push the stroller. They returned from their walk just as his mother got out of the car carrying a large shopping bag. Robbie ran to meet her and helped her carry the bag into the house. She began taking things out of the bag. New shirts, a pair of pajamas, 2 packages of underwear, plain white. You should have seen the mothers at Harkins buying underwear, she said. Why, I saw 3 mothers from your 3rd grade class alone. Robbie smiled. He must not have been the only boy with superheroes. He looked at the pile on the table. There was something missing. There were no jeans in the pile. His hopes had been too high. His mother must have needed more time to get used to the idea of jeans. Robbie, there's one more thing in the car. Would you bring it in, please? Did he dare hope? Robbie ran all the way to the car. He opened the bag as fast as he tore the sides. Yes, 3 pairs of jeans fell out onto the driveway. 3 perfect pairs of jeans. Robbie hugged the jeans to his chest and smiled. He had done it. He carried the jeans up to the room and dropped them on his bed. Then he took off his shorts and tried on a pair. It was perfect. They felt great. He took his notebook out of his backpack and turned to a fresh blank sheet of paper. Carefully, he began to copy his list over. Time to get a fresh start on being cool. After he finished copying the list, he took out a red marker and put a big check next to number 2. Get jeans. He was proud of that check mark. 1 down, 2 to go. He had actually done one of his steps. But there were 2 more left to go, and he was almost out of time. He had to be cool by tomorrow.
What about tomorrow?
It was the next day at school.